Okay, 5 more days of watercolor, and I actually think we should just do a bit of experimenting and see what happens when we do certain things. So I'm going to do a few different techniques over the next few days and some ideas as to what you could do. So this is going to be just one that you might just find fun to play with. So I'm getting water on my paper and I'm actually wetting the whole thing down. So this page is actually pretty wet. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add colours so you can see that little bit of shine where the water is. So I'm going to use my little brush, and I'm not going to use a lot of water to get the colour, but I just want to get a really deep colour. And I'm just going to place it down and see what happens with it. Now obviously if you're in somewhere where it's a little bit drier, you might find that this doesn't go very far or that it dries out really quick. But you can also move them. So you could get dribbles of things happening and you could bring in different colours. You could use a bigger brush if you wanted to. Let's put some green in here. So you get things like that happening too. And it'd just be interesting to see what happens afterwards when it's dry, and maybe you can draw over the top. Now I can see here that my water is drying, so I can come back and bring some more water, and then I can bring some more colour. You know, I could actually just make some lines and see where does it go if I add. So you can see how you can just start playing with that and it might just get interesting. You could add more water to it. Of course, just be careful with your paper if it's not water-based, like it's not watercolor paper. So I can sort of add water and then bring the color through. There's no real determined way about how I'm doing this. I'm just putting colors in and seeing what happens. So this is what I'm saying about experimenting for a little bit and see what sort of things can happen. You know, it might give you backgrounds that are really interesting. A little bit Kandinsky. You can put some music on and just play with the colours and see what happens. Yeah, what happens when you move the watercolour in water? So you kind of get some different effects there. So I know it doesn't look like much, but it might just be a fun thing to do and play with and see what happens with your water. I'll show you in the next few days another little technique that I've learnt using salt, which is really cool and easy to get some textures. Have fun!